What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The crash out, the fallout, the craziness that's happening because of this Xbox Ally X, or the regular version, the weak version. It's ridiculous. It is so like the plans of Microsoft, the plans of Xbox, you see what's happening. Phil Spencer is actually doing what needs to be done in order to create just a synergy between Microsoft Windows and Microsoft Xbox. Xbox is in the middle, Windows, gaming. So now it's going to be Xbox PC. Everything that's on PC, every Xbox game that's on PC is Xbox PC. The PC is becoming an Xbox. This is an Xbox is coming to fruition. And the ponies and the donkey unicorns can't deal with it. The main thing is that these new Xboxes coming out this fall and for the foreseeable future, I would say, will be able to play PlayStation games natively. Now, idiots like D-Batch, yes, I did call him an idiot because he swear he knows about PC and all this stuff, but he's caught up in the semantics of it's not an Xbox, He's still hanging on to console war rhetoric when the fact is that it's not about the console. It's about the games. And so when Xbox makes games, that's it. It's the Xbox games. Xbox games, right? Doesn't matter where you play it. It's an Xbox game. That's like the bottom line. But all the semantics with the naming, the nomenclature of the actual Xbox Ally, I mean, they partnered, they worked together. So I don't know if it's half Xbox, half ROG, or ROG, or Asus, whatever. I don't know what the percentage is. Most of it is old Ally, the Ally series, Ally X and stuff. But they put a new APU in it, so it's more powerful. They put more RAM in it. Well, I don't know if the X had 24, so I would have to look that up. And I believe the X has an AI chip as well, which I don't think the original ROG or the X has. So there are some additional silicon in the Xbox version of the Allies. So, whatever. That's once again, the fact that Microsoft has pivoted this hard, and it's got all these ponies shook. It's got all of these donkey unicorns shook. The hood shaking the horseshoes off of these fools because it's like they got nothing. They can't say, "Oh, we got exclusives," because we got everything that PC got. What PC got, we got, and this was a promise from I believe the Xbox One. They tried to do the UWP or the whatever it's called, the Universal Windows app, I think it was called, and it didn't work. I think because it was just it wasn't the right approach, and instead of kind of merging the two ecosystems, meaning the ease and sensibility of the Xbox dashboard, controller support, easy use with controller, and the flexibility of Windows with all the different storefronts and such. That's it. That's why Steam Deck is so nice. That's why the ROG Ally is so nice. That's why people like to Switch. I mean, it's only one store, but because it's easy to use. That's the whole thing about Apple. It's easy to use. You don't have to worry about piracy, and you don't have to worry about hackers and stuff. And it's like, well, that's not true, but whatever. People don't hack iPhones, generally speaking, because it's not worth it. There's not not iPhones. They do hack like celebrity iPhones and stuff, but for the PC version, there's not enough Macs out there, PC, for the hackers to be like. There's so many more PCs, Windows PCs out there. I think it's 74% PC, Windows PC, and then Linux Mac was second. Linux, I forgot what the breakdown was, but Microsoft is killing. Windows is just so far ubiquitous, and enterprise uses it more. So hackers be like, "Yo, anyway." Tangent. But this Xbox handheld, even though it's not the official only Xbox handheld, the fact that this handheld is getting them so shook, I cannot wait for the next Xbox console, because here's what I think, and I've heard it from other content creators as well. This Xbox Ally and Ally X is definitely a test bed. Microsoft is testing, just like how they tested those 4 games, only 4 games, remember that? For the PlayStation, and they saw, which games did well, and, and they made this much money, blah, 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 and they're like, okay, we can do some stuff here. And so the next batch, they didn't do little indie games here. They're like, games of service, let's go. Indiana Jones, that's a big game. There you go, because Disney. Whatever, you gotta pay Papa, right? What else? Doom, The Dark Ages, that was kind of multi-plat before they acquired them, so sure, we'll let them have it. I don't think that one did particularly well. I'm not sure. Like 3 million or something? Whatever. But Microsoft is very, very, they're very methodical in the way that they do their business, because they have statisticians. They get in there, they're like, okay, what's the deal? What's the numbers? Blah, blah, blah. What are the trends? And they have to have that discussion, but it doesn't mean that they act on it. Like Microsoft, they've done a lot of smart things, and they continue to do a lot of smart things in order to stave off, or in order to be the remedy of what PlayStation does. Meaning, PlayStation comes out here and they try to poison the well, and they try to just take over everything, and they can be the only competition, basically. No competition is good competition for PlayStation, because they can't survive when there is actual competition, because we see what happens when a PlayStation game goes up against any other game, release-wise. They lost twice in a row already. I'm waiting for the third one. When's the next when's the next PlayStation game coming out? Let's see, Ghost of Yote. Let's see what happens when, I'm gonna say maybe it's a Horizon curse. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But Microsoft has been methodical about that stuff, right? So they're using this Xbox Ally X as the test bed for the UI, for the OS, for the UI, whatever you want to call it, the Xbox, what they call it, it's not the Xbox experience, it's something, I forgot what it's called, Xbox front end, whatever. But for that, right? And so I'm like, I can see a world where the next Xbox console is a box, and it is, generally speaking, a console, traditionally speaking, a console, but the UI is exactly the same as the ROG Xbox Ally X. Exactly the same. And so you pop that bad boy on, it goes, Xbox. And then you're like, oh, snap, there's my Steam. Beep, 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 boop, boop. You connect your Steam account, you connect your GOG account, you connect your Epic Games account, you connect all those accounts, and then you got all your games everywhere. All on the Xbox. And you go to Steam and you go play Spider-Man. Man, Microsoft they're slapping PlayStation across the internet constantly, because PlayStation, I mean, it's just like an arcane way of thinking, I guess, because they're like, oh, consoles are still our priority. I'm like, look, you can say that all you want, but that's not the truth, because they literally, I think they just did it today or yesterday, where they broke down like, what was it? Subscriptions and microtransactions are where we make the most money on PlayStation. I'm like, where's the console sales on? Because that's the number you're putting out all the time. Where's that at? I didn't look at the list. I didn't listen to that thing, so I don't know where it is. But they said that. So I'm like, okay, so if console sales, if microtransactions and subscriptions are your bread and butter, then and MAUs, then they cannot take their games off of Steam, which is what some idiots are talking about, They're like, oh, they're gonna block the games from being on Xbox. I'm like, that's not how it works. You can't do that. It's so they're so childish. And D-Batch is an idiot, man. I swear, I thought he was a smart dude. I thought he had some kind of something, but he doesn't. He's a child like the rest of these fools. I mean, I'm a kid too, but I try not to act like a kid in the bad ways. But he's in here over here arguing. It's not an Xbox. It's a PC. It's an Xbox PC. I'm like, fuck you haters. You guys are just haters. It's a PC, man. I'm like, Microsoft is literally changing the game in front of these ponies and Donkey Unicorn's eyes. And they can't see it because they have their blinders on because they're ponies and Donkey Unicorns. So, maybe somebody needs to pull off the blinders on these horses so they can see what the reality is, so they can see the future. Future is now. Microsoft is literally laying out the blueprints of the future, and PlayStation is just like, nope. They're ignoring it. They're refusing to realize what's going on. And look, I'm like, all Microsoft has to do is hopefully this works flawlessly. They get the performance gains that they should have gotten with the Legion Go S or whatever it's called. So once, like, say if they have a version of their UI for the Legion Go, plop that on there and see how the Steam and Xbox Xbox PC stuff works out. See if that performance comes back, which it should, based on how it's a different. They took out a lot of stuff. It's similar to the console experience as far as how they take out all the, task manager, all the background stuff that makes your PC or it makes the game performance crawl because it's not doing all that stuff in the background. But imagine a console, like, assuming that this new UI from Xbox works and it's flawless and it's like, boom, it's peak, it's premium. And then just imagine that even better on a console. Steam on a console. Come on, son. No, PlayStation 6 is right. Yo, King, he's right 98% of the time. This is going to be 98% because this is why. This is another reason why. PlayStation recently, I think in this last bit of the talks, they said that they are going to focus on these. I'm paraphrasing. They're going to focus on multi-generational gaming. Once again, paraphrasing. So what that means is cross-platform, cross-generation, if you will. And so I'm like, okay. So if this generation is any indication of how PlayStation plans on doing this cross-gen stuff, whenever the PlayStation 6 comes out, the PlayStation 6, it won't be a PlayStation 6. It's going to be a PlayStation 5 Pro, because you're going to be playing PlayStation 5 games on your PlayStation 6 because cross generations. So you won't be taking advantage of the PlayStation 6 at all. Maybe the resolution will be higher. Maybe you have better ray tracing on certain things. Maybe the frames will be a little better. But you're not getting anything extra. You're not getting anything special. It's going to be the same game on the PlayStation 5, except less graphics, less resolution, less frames. Same game. So that's what you have to look forward to, Donkey Unicorns and Ponies, and you're mad. You're mad because that's going to happen, right? So let's say the PlayStation 6 comes out in 2028, right? 5 years. You're going to have at least 5 years of cross-platform play. Meaning, the games that come out for your PlayStation 6 will be PlayStation 5 games, period. Same thing happened this generation, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to say nothing. I think there was 2 or 3 games that were actual only PlayStation 5 games, but only because they didn't make a PlayStation 4 version, but they were highly capable of being played on a PlayStation 4. They just didn't do it. So I'm looking at PlayStation. I'm looking at their future, and I'm like, yo, they are, even if Intergalactic's the best game ever created, and Ghost of Yotei pops off, and what else they got? And the Cory Barlog game. They got 3 games that might be bangers for the rest of this generation, I'm going to say that one or two of those, probably two of those, Intergalactic and Cory Barlog's game, they're going to be PlayStation 6 games, which PlayStation 5, but you know what I'm saying, cross-gen. So you got nothing. You got no games. You got no, your hardware's lacking. You putting out arcade sticks. Nobody asked for a damn arcade. Nobody asked for a PlayStation arcade stick. I bet you it's not even better than like the Hories or whatever's out there. Why would you? I'm looking at the buttons. I'm like, I don't know if, dude, just, man, Xbox. And the thing about it, right? if you pay attention to what's going on, no one is talking about PlayStation. They're not talking about PlayStation like, oh, yo, this game for PlayStation is coming out, or this, that, and you know how they're talking about PlayStation? Oh, Sucker Soul Survive, whatever that game is called. Day on PC. Everybody's mad. It's like, yo, they put out news, but we got a game coming out. Wait, it's on PC too at the same time? Oh, hell no. Everybody's mad. No good news for PlayStation. It's a running theme this generation. It's been happening and happening. Also, the newest news, the newest scuttlebutt is that Bungie's game, Concord 2, Marathon, they said that they, I think guarantee was a word they used, maybe, that they're going to release it before the end of March 2026. I'm like, hold up, it's not September 2020. How is that? Sounds like a delay to me. Doesn't that sound like to me? To me, it sounds like a delay. It's a delay. Seems like Marathon's gonna be delayed. You know why? Because they want people to have amnesia. And they need time to remove all that stolen art. Dude, the bricks are the doors are falling off a PlayStation castle right now. PlayStation house is in an earthquake, and it wasn't built to code. It's gonna be a pile of rubble before long. And like I did a video before, it said it's too late for PlayStation to recover. And people are like, what you talking about, bro? What are you smoking? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, just look what's happening. Y'all might get a few games for the rest of this generation. That ain't gonna save you. That one or two or three games that aren't multiplayer, they're not gonna save you. You have to sell like 100 million of those each in order to make something happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not how y'all don't sell games like that. They're done. They're so done. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I appreciate your hands on like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about this Xbox handheld turning these ponies and donkey unicorns into crybabies and just hysterical people. Because, dude, I'm like, the only thing that can mess things up is the price, right? And I heard somebody say the low end one will be $500, $499, and the high end one will be $700, I think. So $499, $699. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, that's not bad. Like $699 for the top end one. What I might even bite but I'm gonna wait because I don't know if Xbox will eventually make their own. Tom Warren said that it was canceled, but I don't know. So and we really don't know. So I'm like, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna wait a second, see how things pop off. But I'm definitely gonna get the standalone the console, home console, and if it has the same UI and all, I'm good. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe down the line I'll pick up a handheld. Who knows? But I know I said I wanted to get one, but I wanted to get the Microsoft only one. But now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what's the difference? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all shapes out when this thing pops off this fall. We'll see how the reviews are. We'll see how the performance is, and it's definitely interesting. It's hilarious watching these ponies squirm and cry and complain. Tim Dog's an idiot. He's always been an idiot. D-Batch is definitely an idiot. Now crowned Donkey Unicorn, because someone with that much knowledge of the PC side, the PC ecosystem, is definitely, anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm running out of brain cells to talk about his full butt. Anyway, I preach. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Till the wait.